Manipulative people are everywhere. Those who twist the truth, play mind games, and use others for their own gain. But Sigma males? They're a whole different breed, built to see through lies and dismantle manipulation with a level of precision that leaves others in awe. You're not someone who can be easily swayed or controlled. You think for yourself, move at your own pace, and refuse to let anyone pull your strings. That's your strength. This video isn't about just surviving manipulation. It's about thriving in a world filled with schemes and hidden agendas. It's about learning how to turn the tables, neutralize emotional traps, and stay 2 steps ahead of anyone trying to control you. As a Sigma male, you already have the mindset. Now it's time to sharpen those skills and become completely untouchable. If you're ready to own your power and see how Sigma males handle manipulators like pros, stick around. This is wisdom you don't want to miss. Number 1. By creating a psychological mirror. Sigma males possess an extraordinary ability to turn manipulation back on itself without ever breaking a sweat. When someone tries to deceive or control them, Sigma males don't react with anger or panic. They stay calm, observant, and calculating. What sets them apart is their skill in creating a psychological mirror, reflecting the manipulator's tactics so effectively that the manipulator becomes their own worst enemy. This isn't about playing the same dirty game. It's about exposing the game for what it is. Sigma males listen intently, picking up on the subtle inconsistencies, contradictions, and emotional baiting that manipulators rely on. Then, they mirror these tactics in such a precise and strategic way that it forces manipulators to confront their own flaws. They make manipulators stumble over their own words, backtrack on their own logic, and spiral into confusion. It's not loud or confrontational. It's subtle, surgical, and devastatingly effective. What's fascinating about this approach is that it doesn't require manipulation in return. Sigma males simply hold up a metaphorical mirror, reflecting the manipulator's intentions with unnerving clarity. For example, if someone tries to guilt-trip them, they calmly turn the guilt back onto the manipulator, questioning their motives in a way that makes them squirm. If someone lies, Sigma males ask pointed questions that unravel the lie without ever raising their voice. This ability to remain calm and calculated while exposing deception is what leaves manipulators tangled in their own web. It's like shining a bright light on their hidden motives, making them feel the weight of their own manipulation. And by the time they realize what's happening, it's already too late. They're outmaneuvered, outsmarted, and left questioning how they ever thought they could manipulate a Sigma male. Number 2. Seeing through half-truths instantly. Sigma males have an almost uncanny ability to spot the gaps in what people say. Manipulators rely heavily on half-truths, hoping their target won't notice what's been left out. But Sigma males don't just hear words, they dissect them. They don't take anything at face value, and instead they ask themselves, what's missing here? What's not being said? This level of awareness makes it nearly impossible for manipulators to get away with their usual tricks. Where others might be fooled by the surface of a statement, Sigma males look deeper. They recognize when someone is being vague or deliberately evasive. They piece together the unspoken details by paying attention to tone, body language, and context. If there's even the slightest inconsistency, a Sigma male will catch it. This ability to fill in the blanks and connect dots that others miss allows them to unravel schemes before they've even fully formed. Manipulators thrive on ambiguity, but Sigma males are masters of clarity. If someone tries to twist the truth or tell a story that doesn't add up, the Sigma will calmly dig deeper with simple, pointed questions. And here's the kicker: they don't do it to confront or attack. They do it to observe how the manipulator reacts. Does the person start to get defensive? Do their answers become even more inconsistent? By watching carefully, Sigma males confirm their suspicions without even tipping their hand. This sharp intuition leaves manipulators scrambling. The Sigma male doesn't just reject the manipulation, they dismantle it from within, exposing every lie and omission. By the time a manipulator realizes what's happening, their half-truths have unraveled, and they're left with nothing but the truth they tried to hide. Number 3. Neutralizing emotional leverage. Manipulators thrive on emotional control. They know how to push buttons, stir guilt, and exploit insecurities to get what they want. But when they try these tactics on a Sigma male, they hit a wall. Sigma males are emotionally grounded and impossible to sway with guilt, fear, or pity. Their stoic nature doesn't mean they lack emotions. It means they control their emotions, not the other way around. This makes emotional manipulation completely ineffective. Manipulators rely on creating emotional chaos to cloud judgment. But Sigma males don't fall into that trap. When someone tries to guilt-trip them, they don't respond with apologies or defensiveness. Instead, they pause, assess the situation logically, and ask themselves, what is this person trying to achieve? This clarity allows them to see through the manipulation and respond in a way that completely disarms the manipulator. What's more, Sigma males don't give manipulators the emotional reactions they're fishing for. Manipulators expect anger, frustration, or desperation, anything they can use to fuel their schemes. But a Sigma male's calm, detached demeanor throws them off balance. When their attempts to provoke fall flat, manipulators lose their grip and are forced to retreat. Even more devastating to manipulators is that Sigma males have no problem walking away. They don't need to win arguments or prove their point. If they sense manipulation, they'll simply cut ties without a second thought. This refusal to engage robs manipulators of their power and leaves them grasping for control that no longer exists. By staying emotionally detached and unshakably calm, Sigma males neutralize manipulation at its source. They deny manipulators the one thing they need to succeed: emotional leverage. Without it, the manipulator's schemes crumble before they even begin. Number 4. Leveraging underrated observation skills. Sigma males are masters of observation, and their ability to notice the smallest details often goes completely underestimated. Manipulators may think they're running the show, but little do they realize they've been under quiet scrutiny the entire time. Sigma males don't just listen to words, they watch for the unspoken clues. A flicker of hesitation, a forced smile, or a slight shift in tone is enough to tip them off that something isn't right. What makes Sigma males so effective is their patience. They don't rush to call out a manipulator or jump to conclusions. Instead, they collect data over time, piecing together patterns and inconsistencies that others might overlook. If someone's actions don't align with their words, or if their stories keep changing, Sigma males take mental notes. It's a silent but powerful process that allows them to see through facades long before the manipulator realizes they've been exposed. Even subtle things like body language or choice of words don't escape a Sigma's attention. They notice when someone avoids eye contact at key moments or when their tone shifts ever so slightly during certain topics. These small tells might seem insignificant to most, but to a Sigma male, they're breadcrumbs leading to the truth. By the time a manipulator's mask starts to slip, a Sigma male has already mapped out the full picture. And when they do decide to act, it's not impulsive, it's precise and decisive. Manipulators thrive on being underestimated, but with Sigma males, it's the other way around. They let the manipulator feel in control, all the while dissecting their every move. By the time the Sigma male reveals what they've uncovered, the manipulator is left exposed, powerless, and completely outplayed. Number 5. Flipping the script without warning. Sigma males have a unique ability to take control of a situation without anyone seeing it coming. When faced with manipulation, they don't follow the expected script. Instead, they flip the scenario completely, turning the tables in their favor without so much as a hint of aggression. What makes this so effective is how smooth and subtle it is. They can steer the conversation, actions, or dynamics in a way that leaves the manipulator caught off guard, often before they even realize they've been outmaneuvered. It starts with their natural calmness. Sigma males rarely feel pressured to react immediately. They take their time, assess the situation, and wait for the perfect moment to redirect the flow. If a manipulator is trying to guilt-trip them, they might ask a simple question that turns the focus back onto the manipulator's motives. If someone's using subtle threats, a Sigma male will shift the topic in a way that exposes the real intention behind the words. making the manipulator rethink their strategy. The brilliance of this approach lies in its subtlety. It's not about being forceful or direct. It's about guiding the situation so seamlessly that the manipulator doesn't even notice until it's too late. Sigma males don't just defend against manipulation. They use it as an opportunity to reveal the manipulator's true nature. By the time the manipulator realizes they've been exposed, it's already game over. The Sigma male is no longer the one under attack. They've flipped the entire power dynamic, leaving the manipulator vulnerable and powerless in the process. Number 6. Rendering manipulation useless with brutal honesty. Sigma males have a unique weapon when it comes to dealing with manipulative lies: brutal honesty. When faced with deceit, they don't waste time with pleasantries or sugarcoating the truth. They deliver it straight, unapologetically, and without hesitation. This raw truthfulness is a direct assault on the manipulator's game, rendering all their efforts pointless. Sigma males don't entertain manipulative narratives. They dismantle them with cold, hard facts, leaving the manipulator with no way to sidestep or weasel their way out of the corner. What makes this approach so powerful is its simplicity. Sigma males aren't trying to impress or be diplomatic. They don't care about appeasing anyone or maintaining a facade. They just speak the truth as they see it, and that's where the magic happens. Manipulators rely on ambiguity, half-truths, and twisting the narrative to control the situation. When faced with the unvarnished truth, they lose all their power. There's no escape, no room for manipulation, no way to turn the conversation in their favor. The best part? Sigma males don't need to raise their voice or become confrontational. They don't argue or try to force the truth on anyone. They simply state it clearly and let it stand. The manipulator is left with nowhere to hide, and often their lies are exposed for what they are, making them feel small, cornered, and without leverage. It's a reminder to anyone who crosses a Sigma male's path. Deception doesn't work here. Brutal honesty is the ultimate tool, and it leaves no space for manipulation to thrive. Number 7. Setting boundaries that manipulators can't breach. Sigma males have an extraordinary ability to set boundaries that are both clear and impenetrable. They don't just communicate their limits, they embody them, making it crystal clear to manipulators that any attempt to cross those lines will be met with immediate and unwavering resistance. Whether it's a simple conversation or a more complex interaction, Sigma males are quick to recognize when someone is trying to manipulate the situation. The moment they detect it, they draw a line in the sand, and it's not a line that can be crossed. What's impressive about these boundaries is their firmness. Sigma males don't need to explain themselves or justify their actions. They don't get caught up in lengthy discussions or emotional pleas. If a manipulator tries to push them, they calmly and decisively cut the conversation short. It's as simple as saying, "This conversation is over," or "I'm not going to engage in this." They don't negotiate with manipulators or entertain their games. They make it clear that mind games won't be tolerated, and if the manipulator persists. Sigma males don't hesitate to walk away. They don't stay in toxic environments, nor do they allow themselves to be drawn into drama. The act of walking away is more than just an exit, it's a statement. It's the ultimate power move that shows the manipulator they have no control. In the presence of a Sigma male, manipulators quickly learn that their tactics won't work and that their attempts to breach boundaries are futile. These boundaries aren't just about protecting themselves, they're about setting a standard. Sigma males show others that respect is non-negotiable, and anyone who tries to push their limits will be met with silence or departure. In a world where manipulative behavior often goes unchecked, Sigma males make it clear that they will not be part of the game, and they won't allow anyone else to be either. Number 8. Intimidating without saying a word. Sigma males have a rare and powerful quality, the ability to intimidate without saying a word. It's not about being overtly aggressive or threatening, it's about an aura of silent, unwavering confidence that radiates from them. This subtle but undeniable presence is enough to make manipulators pause, second-guess their plans, and often retreat without even attempting to push their tactics. There's a quiet strength in Sigma males that unnerves anyone who tries to play mind games. It's the way they carry themselves, grounded and unshaken. Sigma males don't need to make a scene to assert dominance. They simply exist in a space where their self-assurance is palpable. They don't seek attention, yet it's impossible to ignore them. Manipulators, who often thrive on controlling others through fear or coercion, quickly sense this and realize their usual tactics won't work. They understand that a Sigma male isn't someone who can be easily influenced or intimidated by cheap tricks. This silent intimidation often causes manipulators to back off before they even try their usual games. They understand that a Sigma male will not react emotionally, will not be easily rattled, and will not engage in petty battles. The power lies in the stillness, in the calm demeanor that signals nothing will get under their skin. This alone makes it clear that any manipulation is a waste of time. What's fascinating is that the more a manipulator tries to push, the more they realize they're dealing with someone who cannot be controlled, and this realization can be more powerful than any verbal confrontation. Sigma males don't need to assert themselves forcefully. Their very presence does the job, leaving manipulators uncertain and uncomfortable, often backing away without a single word being exchanged. Number 9. Calling out manipulation publicly. Sigma males are not ones to draw unnecessary attention to themselves, but when a manipulator crosses a line, they will not hesitate to expose the truth, especially if it's for the greater good. Unlike those who might shy away from confrontation, Sigma males calmly and strategically call out manipulative behavior in a way that leaves no room for doubt. They don't do it out of anger or revenge. Instead, they expose the manipulator's tactics with such precision and clarity that the manipulator is left with nowhere to hide. What sets Sigma males apart in these situations is their calm demeanor. They're not rattled by the manipulator's attempts to control the narrative. Instead, they simply state the facts. No embellishments, no emotional outbursts, just an unflinching presentation of the manipulator's actions. They might point out contradictions, highlight inconsistencies, or draw attention to the manipulator's true intentions in front of others. And when they do, the manipulator is usually left scrambling for a response. What makes this so effective is the shock value. Manipulators rely on secrecy, on being able to operate behind the scenes without anyone noticing. But when they're publicly exposed, the power balance shifts dramatically. The manipulator is forced to confront their tactics, and often the shame of exposure is enough to make them back off entirely. Sigma males don't need to fight or yell. They simply let the facts speak for themselves, and in doing so, they turn the tables with brutal efficiency. It's not about seeking attention or making a scene. It's about restoring order and showing that manipulation won't be tolerated. For Sigma males, calling out manipulation publicly isn't just about winning the battle. It's about maintaining control and ensuring the manipulator faces the consequences of their actions. Number 10. Turning manipulators into their own worst enemy. Sigma males have an incredible ability to turn manipulators into their own worst enemies. By staying calm, calculated, and emotionally detached, they allow the manipulator's true nature to slowly unravel on its own. Instead of directly confronting them or wasting energy on a fight, Sigma males simply let the manipulator dig their own hole. They remain silent, observing and waiting for the manipulator to reveal contradictions or inconsistencies in their own narrative. This calm approach allows Sigma males to maintain control, while manipulators become increasingly tangled in their own web of lies. The more the manipulator tries to twist the situation in their favor, the more exposed they become. Sigma males don't need to make accusations or confront them aggressively. They just sit back, letting the manipulator's lies implode under scrutiny. Whether it's a slip-up in their story or a contradiction that can't be ignored, Sigma males know that the truth will eventually come out. Manipulators thrive on the chaos they create. But when faced with a Sigma male's detached calm, they're forced to confront the mess they've made. The manipulator's lies, manipulation tactics, and contradictions become so apparent that they can't escape their own mistakes. And when the manipulator's own actions lead to their downfall, Sigma males don't have to lift a finger to destroy their influence. The manipulator's self-destruction is all on them, and the Sigma male remains unscathed, proving that patience and composure are often the most effective weapons. As we wrap up, in the world of manipulation, Sigma males don't play by the usual rules. They don't get caught up in emotional battles, lies, or manipulation tactics. Instead, they stay calm, calculated, and emotionally detached, letting manipulators expose themselves without lifting a finger. Whether it's through brutal honesty, sharp observation, or simply refusing to engage, Sigma males make sure that manipulators have no power over them. They understand that true strength isn't about fighting back aggressively, but about controlling their own responses and letting the manipulator unravel on their own. If you identify with this mindset, understand that being a Sigma male isn't about dominating others. It's about protecting your peace and standing firm in your own truth. You don't need to chase validation or play into games. Your strength comes from your ability to stay above the noise and let others expose their flaws. You're a master of the long game, seeing the big picture while others are trapped in the moment. So, keep walking your path with confidence. Embrace your quiet power, because in the end, it's not the loudest person in the room who wins. It's the one who understands how to navigate the chaos without getting swept up in it. Stay true to yourself, and remember, the more you ignore the games, the more powerful you become.